Alright, yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over a trade that we took live inside of the signals room that ended up running for over 90 points. So I'm going to be going over my thoughts going into the morning, what I was thinking, my bias, and then we're also going to be talking about more of the technical side of things. So why I decided to take the trade in the first place and things of that nature. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so going into the morning, I had a bearish bias as on the higher time frame. We were quite bearish, so we were in a 4-hour fair value gap, which can act as buy side. The hourly was also bearish, an hourly bearish fair value gap. So what I usually do in the morning is I would mark out my buy side and sell side liquidity levels before 8:30 a.m. New York time. So as you can see here, before 8:30 we have these relative equal highs resting above here. So I marked this out, and as we came up, we swept these highs and obviously tapped into the high time frame bearish fair value gap. So in these instances where we don't have clear buy side liquidity to the left of us, I'll just use a fair value gap or a PD array that can act as a buy side liquidity level. So for example, the edge of a fair value gap, this can act as a buy side liquidity level. And I will also use London highs or London lows as a reference to where we're going to head next. So let's say if we sweep London highs first. So as you can see here, London session is from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. New York time. So as you can see, this is London high. We have swept London high, so automatically I'm going to be bearish, right, in most cases. Okay, and as you can see here, London lows is still intact. So this was my next drawn liquidity, and going into the morning, I had a bearish bias. So we actually had news at 10 a.m. New York time, so I was waiting for this to come out. And also this at the time ended up being a bearish SMT on ES. So if you don't know what that is, all that is a divergence between the two correlated pairs. So for example, ES takes this high and NQ doesn't. This means NQ is weaker and just pretty much adds to our confluence that we're going to head lower. Okay, so once we displaced lower through the short-term low, this was our market structure shift, and I was watching this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. Okay, and usually I'd be entering off of this 5-minute bearish fair value gap as soon as we tap into that 950 to 1010 macro. However, as we had news at 10 a.m. New York time, I decided to wait before alerting the group and see how we would respect this fair value gap before entering. Okay, so this is exactly at around 10 a.m. So if we hop down into the lower time frame, as you can see, we get multiple touches off this fair value gap, and usually I'll wait around 1 to 2 minutes after news to see how price is reacting, how we're respecting the fair value gap. And in this case, we were respecting the fair value gap. Everything seemed like it was in the favor of shorts. So in this case, I decided to enter off of this second touch of the fair value gap at 10:02 a.m. New York time and put a stop just above the displacement candle's high, risking around 25 handles, which is usually my maximum risk. And our TPs were all the way at London lows. So as you can see, risking around 25 handles to make around 90 handles. Okay, so let's see how this trade actually plays out. All right, and there you go. That is what you call an algorithmic trade. Look how many entries you get. You get your first entry at the 5-minute fair value gap, then you get displacement through this low here. You get another fair value gap, a second entry, you enter, and price ends up running to final TP. So I hope that explanation made sense. A lot of people in the group were asking me to do a breakdown video on this, so I decided to make a YouTube video on it and more people can learn from this. But pretty much what it is a unicorn model, but just with an SMT, right? So on ES, this would have been taken and then displaced after, which would have just been a unicorn model on ES. However, on NQ, we didn't get that, and it was a bearish SMT. However, I decided to enter off of the displacement candle and the fair value gap. In this case, you can use the correlated assets to your advantage, okay? So I hope that made sense. And I just want to show you these Telegram chats for transparency reasons. So as you can see here, I send in the signal at around 10 a.m. New York time. Here is slightly different as I'm in a different country right now, so the time zone is a bit off. This is pretty much equivalent to 10 a.m. New York time. Short NQ, I give you the entry price. I give you your stop loss. So we're risking around 19.5 handles on this trade. TP1, TP2, and final TP. TP1 was around this low here, for 30 points. So as you can see, TP1 smashed, 30 points secured. TP2 smash was around here for 50 points. So as you can see here, it's now a risk-free trade and we're running around 53 points in the bag. I tell you to move your stops again into a profit. So this is literally not even a risk-free trade now. You're trailing your stop and it's in a profit. So if we get stopped out, we still made money. Okay, and boom, final TP smashed for a solid 93.25 points secured. Okay, and I also just want to show you some of the results from the members that are currently inside and actually caught this trade on Thursday. So as you can see, this guy here made $700 first day joining. Beautiful trade. He's very happy with his results. We got another guy in here. He's been in here for quite some time. I'm pretty sure he's on the lifetime subscription and he's made himself 1.2k just from that trade on 250k accounts, which is just amazing. And obviously there's a lot more results inside of the chats, which I'm not going to be going over as I'll literally be sat here all day. But yeah, guys, if you are actually serious about getting your trading to the next level, make sure to go click that link in the description and go secure your spot for only $30 a month whilst that price is still available. Prices will be going up very, very, very soon as the members inside are just making consistent gains every single day. We've also got lifetime subscriptions. Those prices will also be going up very, very soon as it's very cheap at the moment and it's only a one-time payment instead of a monthly subscription. So for the people interested, make sure to go check that out. Link in the description. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Please leave a like, leave a comment, share, subscribe. Alright, and before we end the video, I just want to add a little bonus for the people that have stayed towards the end of the video. So we're just going to be going over this week's results inside of the live signals room. But I'm going to be going through all of the chats and showing you full transparency, losses, and all of the wins that we took this week. So as you can see, Monday was bank holiday, so we actually took no trades. Tuesday, we ended up taking a small loss for 10 points, but then we did another trade and ended up bagging 80.75 points secured. Okay, Wednesday, we took a break-even trade, ended up taking another trade, which ended up being a loss for only 9 points, which is pretty much nothing compared to the win that we took the other day. Thursday, we took a short trade and ended up making 93.25 handles. And Friday, we took a small loss, minus 18 points. So overall, for the whole week, we actually ended up making 136.75 points the bag net profit. So just because we took 1 or 2 losses, this week obviously wasn't the best. And I actually wanted to show you guys this for transparency reasons, because not every week is amazing. You know, we've had some weeks where we've closed out 300 points in profit. This week wasn't our best week. However, we still closed out for around 136 points net profit, and that is including the small losses that we also took. So anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. I just wanted to add this in towards the end of the video as a little bonus for the people that stayed towards the end. Enjoy your weekends, guys, and I will see you in the next one.